Hi everyone, welcome to Rose Gold Library. I'm super excited for you to come to my video today. Today we're talking about Alice's adventures in Wonderland Part 2, essentially. But actually, it's Through the Looking Glass and what Alice found there, which is the second part of the Alice in Wonderland story by Lewis Carroll. And if you're wondered what is about for example, like the walrus and the carpenter and Tweedledee and Tweedledum, this is where they come from, based on Disney's Alice in Wonderland, which is one of my favorite movies, because everything is so iconic. This is where at least a good majority of the plot, more or less, such as the singing flowers, come from. So, rough plot of Through the Looking Glass and what Alice found there. So, fun fact before I get into the plot: Through the Looking Glass and what Alice found there is usually just shortened to Through the Looking Glass because, I don't know, it's easier just to say Through the Looking Glass and then say what Alice found there. And it's also just, obviously easier, and I don't know why. Sometimes things just get dropped. So, yeah. So, I read this during February, and it was just a lot. Because I read it pretty quick, because I already got familiar by the story. So, my thoughts were, it was just full of whimsy. I love whimsy. I needed the whimsy. And I think the lessons where I mainly got was to hold my temper, since even though I'm not like Alice, I do not have that big of a temper. At least I do not think so. My family will digress on that, and my friends would laugh at me if I say I don't. But yeah, I don't think I have much of a temper, but I do love the whimsy. But also, I will also lose my mind if things just starts talking to me and just starts going off. So yeah. And also, obviously, I would recommend this book. It's a classic for a reason. I just love how Lewis Carroll really did have what would be contemporary, I think that would be the right word, or just very common nursery rhymes, and then put them inside, and also nonsensical rhymes into this book. So, to start off, my favorite quotes. "'Twas brilling in the lively troves, they gyre a nimble in the wabe," which is chapter 1, page 131. Since it's a two-part book. The reason why I love that, one, it's the beginning part of the Jabberwocky poem that Lewis Carroll has created, but also it is part of the song of Cosmo Sheldrake, which I truly do love. It's one of my favorite songs from him, so yeah, this was a reference to that. And yes, pretty well some poetry, Alice said doubtfully. And I wish queens never asked questions, Alice thought to herself. I just found these pretty amusing and just fell in love with how Alice can get a bit sassy as a child. And obviously you would if everything just starts being mean to you, and you're just lost and everyone's just making fun of you. And yeah, this is where my thoughts are kind of pretty simple. I guess straight to the point. Like, it was fun, it was whimsy. I will say it was kind of hard because I have, the nostalgia blind list, where things would always, nostalgia sometimes overtakes your ability to comprehend things. And I just kind of love the idea of Queen Alice. So, some of the first words in this story was, one thing was certain, that the white kitten had nothing to do with it. It was the black kitten's fault entirely. That was the first sentence, and it was just like, man, already starting off with what's going on. And the last words, what is very fun, but also the bane of my existence as a writer. Which do you think it was? Because the chapter title was Which Dreamed It? Referencing to, like, was it actually a dream? Was it the kitten? Was it Alice? Was it who? So yeah. So the summary, I kind of went with the Red Queen's yellow based on the Alice in Wonderland Disney movie. And it just talks about how Alice just wakes up or goes to sleep, we don't really know, and decides to go through the mirror or the looking glass in her family's house, and just finds herself in a world that is reflective of her own, but talking chess pieces, talking flowers, Tweedledee, Tweedledum. There's Humpty Dumpty and other poem characters that she knows in nursery rhymes are just walking around. And eventually Alice somehow is in a game where she becomes queen, and she's like, okay, great, I'm queen. I would like to go eat dinner. I would like to leave. And then during the dinner scene, she accidentally did a faux pas, which means that she was like, oh, can we eat the turkey now, after the turkey introduced herself, like, itself? And everyone was like, wow, that's kind of rude. And she's like, well, I don't know what to do. I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm cold. I would like to go home, please. To quote, like, that one Big Brother, like, I want to go home. I want to go home. Are you on drugs? I would like to go home. So, yeah. And also just kind of how Alice doesn't really know if it's really a dream or if it's the kitten's dream, or it was just like good old fun. We don't really know. That's the part of the whimsy where we have to keep that inside. And this is what I really loved, is how most of the characters are also reflective into other sorts of media, such as Tweedledee in Tweedledum, but also we get to see the Mad Hatter, the White Rabbit, in Little Things again. Because I'm assuming back then it would be like, oh wow, this is a part 2 of the series. As well as, it's pretty much a short read. It's not that big of a book. Obviously, it's a children's book. But once you go in and you realize, oh, there's actually a lot of poems that get referenced, like Humpty Dumpty, it's kind of amazing just to see how that goes. So for me, I gave this book a 4 out of 5 Queen Alice's crowns. And it's totally not because my ruler got lost and I have no idea where it went. So yeah, I love this little sticker from the oysters from Daiso, and that's it. So after cleaning everything up, I just want to say I already completed some of the required reading, let's just say, of 2025, because this was a book for Heartsymbol from Disney Twisted Wonderland. So yeah, as I'm cleaning up, I just wanted to say thank you so much for walking through my videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope that I get to see you very, very soon. All of my socials are down there, and don't forget to comment down what is your favorite Alice in Wonderland character. Alright, see you next time. Bye bye.